We're about a week out from Thanksgiving. Zone 6. I thought I'd show you some of the plants that I will be planting next year and how I winter them over. So this is the front of my house. So you can see it's on an enclosed porch. It's pretty protected. So in the beginning, I had just some planters out here that I had potted up for fall. And then as the sales started, I got more and more plants because you just can't get these kind of plants. But it's cheap during the year. So you can see that it's just about gone. We've had, if I said 15, 20 nights that are minus 32. They're not minus 32, but under 32 degrees. And this is so protected. The coleus is just about done. But anyway, I love this fern-leaf hinoki. Philiosides, maybe, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. They went on sale. So I got 3 more, 2 gallons? Well, maybe that's a gallon. 3 more gallon pots. But I think it was $100 even. And these slender hinokis were on sale too. So I got 3 of these. And in the back, there's a fluffy arborvitae. That's in a pot, actually. And I was gonna keep up here all winter. It's been planted up. We'll see what happens if I end up keeping that. And then I got this gold leaf juniper. I need a couple more ground covers. Pieris. Pretty. Call it a pretty. Oh, and I had planted up that too, right? The coriander. And then this is a lemon cypress that had fallen and smashed in its pot. So it looks pretty bad on the back side. Well, I guess it's recovering nicely. But you can see some of the branches that have broke. So I thought, well, it doesn't look good anymore anyway. I grew this from one of those little Christmas trees you buy at the grocery store in the winter around Christmas time. So I thought, well, let me just put it there and see if it survives, because it's protected on 2 sides, so we'll see. If it doesn't, I haven't lost anything. It's another one of the Philiosides. Maybe I'm pronouncing it right. Anyway, fern-leaf hinoki. Another Pieris. Another slender hinoki. And then we'll go look at the raised beds. All my ideas for next year. I need a lot of evergreens. I don't mind buying some stuff small. But some stuff I want bigger. And how pretty these Donald Wyman crab apples are. The birds got a lot of them cleaned up. I mean, this thing was loaded when it defoliated. But as soon as it's defoliated, the birds are like, oh yeah, I remember these. This one still looks pretty good. I just love that those crab apples will hang on like that all winter and look good. I'll end up planting more of these. Well, anyway. So I am overwintering in these raised beds. We have some Jap maples. And junipers. Another slender hinoki. Another fern leaf. This Frankie boy arborvitae, I love them. The only thing I don't love about them is the color right now, right? I wish they'd stayed real green. I had a couple planted in the yard that stay much greener than this, but they're protected by rocks. Some arborvitae. Let me try and get out of this so we can see better. Where's the sun? It's behind me. Some more arborvitae. And some more pieris. This is a paper lantern. I absolutely love that tree. I had a big one, and the land flooded one winter where it was, and it died, so now I get to start all over again with a small one. A couple more Japanese maples. Some more juniper ground cover. These ones are green. I think I already mentioned these, but they're deodara. Some more arborvitae. These are thin mans, I think. This one. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Why? Oh, maybe there's a tag on it. Nope. Some more arborvitae. Some more forever goldie. Actually, these are fluffies. These are fluffies. And then Japanese maples are over here. I want to protect them from the windstorms. So I waited for a big rainstorm. And then I moved them all in. So they were all nice and wet. I'll come in here, nice and wet right now. I'll come in here every couple of weeks and check on them. As the leaves fall, I'll move the leaves off of them. But this is where they'll all live. For the remainder of the winter. Nice to have a shed, especially a shed with a window. We need a couple more evergreens over here. So way in the back, there's a rhododendron. Behind that Jack maple, there's also a Coralina. Bless me, fir. But right where that scarlet leucophily is, I'm going to move it and put another evergreen there. So then I'll probably put the slender hinoki, one of the slender hinokis behind it. I'll put something shorter in the front. I also need to work this out. I'm getting there, but I'll figure it out. We got a lot more evergreens to put in here. I'm trying to protect this, oh man, Carolina blue sapphire. Jesus. Let's just look at the tag. Not that tag. Carolina sapphire. There we go. So I've got it wrapped at the bottom so the rabbits don't eat it. And I've got, that gives it a little more winter protection, but it is exposed here. The prevailing wind comes from that direction. So I'm hoping that that's enough to keep it alive for the winter. If it ain't, it ain't. No harm, no foul. I wanted to give it a go. And then over on this side, we also need to get some more evergreens. And 2 more deciduous trees. I'm just not sure. When I'm going to put the trees yet. I was thinking of a hawthorn. They have nice big red berries. But that's one of the plans for spring gardening. And then where I put the new beds in, let's see. Hey, Lulu, you're wrecking my fence. Get cows, they said. It'll be fun. You're wrecking my fence, child. Hey, back up. Back up, Lulu. Thank you. So, thinking in front of the statue, about where my dog is standing, coming off of that, it's going to end up coming into a teardrop shape. I'll do some research this winter and we'll see. And then, after I work on that, that'll just have some low-lying stuff, nothing with any height. And then, now on my driveway, so when I back up from the house, I back into a paved spot, and I thought this would be a good idea. What I'm thinking is white pines, or weeping white pines, and arching them over to make a living arbor out of them. And then I would probably so I'd start there somewhere right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'd probably have 3 on each side. And that would lead you into a pathway. And the pathway would go over to a bed right here someplace. Kind of like right there. Those are my plans for spring. Plus, I gotta go on the side of the yard. In the front yard, that's coloring up nice. I don't know if you can see it in the sunshine. It's starting to turn pink. It's so much brighter. Cold weather changes those. So, in the front yard, over here, somewhere near these 3 trees, probably a little forward, same size garden, a little bit forward, but right at that center tree in front of it. There needs to be another garden, kind of like this one. One of those chicken sees you, Gunny. And that'll be that. Hey, who's speaking at me? Hi. What you doing? Hi. All right. Well, that's it for now.